Welcome once again to Journeying Through the Word. Today we are talking about the concern of Christians on dressing, that is, the life of the everyday Christian today. Remember to drop your questions as you live along. As you are watching me too, let me know where you are watching me from and where you are learning from. So we are taking our verse from Luke chapter 11 verse 37, and then when I got there, it says that a Pharisee invited Jesus with him in their house to dine with him. Now after this, Jesus said, "You Pharisees, you are interested in cleansing the outer layer of the cup and the dish, whilst within the inside it is full of extortion and wickedness." Then I came to understand something, and I came to a realization that, listen, the today Christian is interested in our physical looks, how beautiful we look like to go to church. We are interested in how we give out that big offerings, that big tithes in the church. You know something? Now within our church today, it is so sad that there is no attention to the poor. Now I came to a realization of something, and my heart was so saddened because the today's church has now become a competition. If you don't have a dress, you cannot go to church because people are going to judge you by your dressing. Last week you wear the same attire and today you are repeating. Because of that, people even do not find it comfortable to find themselves within the gatherings of Christ. Within the gathering whereby we talk about Christ, we conference about Christ, we communicate, and then we teach about Christ. Because of dressing, the church has now become a competition because people are now showing off wealth. That is what we are showing off. We are showing off, and we just want people to come to a realization that this is what we have. But my question is, do you know this God that we are genuine? How many of us know this God? How many of us have encountered him? How many of us seek after God? Most go to church because of the titles that I've given to them. And one thing I've realized is most are entitled and are happy about the titles that they've gained. Listen, to become a pastor, to become a deaconess, to become an elder, it's not just about a title, but it comes with a responsibility. It comes with a call to duty. Luke chapter 11 verse 37 is telling us something that is really deep. It says that we are interested in cleansing the outside of the cup and the dish, but our inside, our heart is full of guilt, our heart is full of bitterness, our heart is full of jealousy, our heart is full of envy. Yes, though we still stay in the church. We preach Christ, but we don't manifest Christ. We preach Christ, but we don't practice Christ. We preach Christ, but we don't see Christ in us. There is a verse in the Bible, we say, Christ in you, you respond the hope of glory. People see you and they're not seeing the hope of glory in you. This is a call to awakening. I want you to be awakened. I want you to come to your realization of truth. I'm speaking to somebody. Let me not speak words, but let these words enter your heart. Let it sound within your minds. Christ is speaking to us. And come down to see that you fools, isn't it the same person who created the outside that created the inside? So if you are making the outside look so beautiful, if you are giving out those tithes, those big offerings, if you are dressing so nicely, I want you to pay attention to your inward character. I want you to come to a realization. Work in your inner man. Work on your inner man. Your inner man is crying out for attention. Your inner man is crying to know much about God. Your inner man is seeking after God. Just come to a realization. Be in the light. Make people see your light. Let them follow. Don't be the light that is so dim, but be the light that shines forth. And as people see, they follow. I want to be like Paul. He says that Timothy heard about Paul, and Paul was in prison. He says that, put me in prison that I will encounter Christ through Paul who has met him. The church needs a revival. Don't just be interested in the outside. I hear people preach about covering your hair. I hear people preach about trousers. But you know something? We are preaching culture instead of us preaching Christ. It's a way of life. It's not only about your physical looks. The last time that I checked, God is looking at your inner heart. if we all were to be during the time of David, we would have judged David as an adorator. But you know what? As he was doing that, God was not looking at his physical acts, but God went beyond and looked within his heart. He said, "This is a man after my heart." His heart was seeking for God. Don't judge wrongly with physical looks, for the Lord indeed looks at the heart. The heart is calling. Answer the call. Don't just dress nicely, but let the heart speak. Let the mind think positively. Bless you. Remember to drop your questions and where you are watching from. I love you, and I'm your lady, Ishenru Ernestina. Meet me again on the journey through the word with much updates